Hey guys, welcome back to Summer in the Psalms. We're going to be a little shorter this week in an attempt to make these more devotional. If anybody knows me, they know I have a tendency to ramble a little bit, especially when I'm talking about the Bible. And it's okay, I'll own that. If I have a problem talking about something, I'm glad it's this. So we're going to be in Psalm 67. And this is maybe not a verse that you've heard a lot, maybe not a chapter you've heard a lot, but definitely a phrase most of us have heard a lot. It begins like this: May God be gracious to us and bless us and make his face shine upon us. I've heard this before, I hope that God's face shines upon you, and you wonder, what in the world does that mean? Well, a lot of this imagery comes from when Moses goes to meet God on the mountain when he's given the 10 Commandments and the law. And he's asking if he can see God, and God says, listen, I can't let you see me. Anybody who sees my face, anybody who actually sees me will die. And so what does he do? Well, he walks in front of Moses and he allows him to see what's behind him. And when Moses comes down the mountain, his face is shining. And so when the Bible talks about the faces of God's people shining, what we really want to zero in on is that God is with them, that God has shown them himself in some way, shape, or form. And it's interesting, all of us want that in our lives. In fact, most of us, if you're sitting around watching this right now, you probably know the Lord, you probably love the Lord, but listen to their reasoning as to why they want this to happen. Make your face shine upon us, that your way may be known on the earth, that your saving power may be known among all the nations. Let peoples praise you, O God. Let all the peoples praise you. This is the point of us knowing God. This is the point of God showing himself to us. First and foremost, that he would receive glory, but not just that he would receive glory, but that he would receive glory from the nations. The people from every tribe and tongue, no matter where they're from or what's happened or how we're related to them or how we feel about them. No. The people of God's faces shine because God has done something to them, so that the people of the world might look and see how good and gracious God is, right? How much he loves sinners, how much he desires to draw his people towards himself, how much he loves gathering people together to make a nation based solely on his goodness and grace. Remember, this whole nation of Israel began when he went to a man named Abram, whose parents were idol worshipers. And he tells Abram, look at the stars. Your family tree, the nation that I'm going to build through you, is going to be larger than you can ever imagine. Hebrews puts it this way when we get to the New Testament talking about Christ. Hebrews 1:3 says, he is, that's Jesus, he is the radiance of the glory of God, the exact imprint of his nature, and he upholds the universe by the word of his power. After making purification for sins, he sat down at the right hand of the majesty on high. It says that Jesus is the exact imprint of his nature, that he is the radiance, the shining forth of the glory of God. When we look at Jesus, what we're able to see that no one else, especially in the Old Testament, was able to see is the exact imprint, this, again, shining forth of God's glory in human form. He clothes himself in human flesh so that he might be able to dwell among us. So that he would be not only our King and our Lord, but he would be our friend and our shepherd. This is what it means to know the Lord. This is what it means for you and I when we look at ourselves and we think, man, the face of the Lord has really shone on me. He has redeemed me. He has rescued me. He has done for me what no one else can do for me. The reflection of that to the nations should bear witness to how good God is. Right? The reflection of God's salvation off of us should not testify to how good we've become, how awesome we are, how much better we are than others, how we've got it together and the rest of the world doesn't, and how we've really figured out how to live our lives and the rest of the world just can't get it together. No, what should shine forth is the fact that God has graciously, abundantly, to the uttermost, saved sinners like you and me, And what we shine to the world is, look how great this God is. Look how wonderful this God is. He has done for us what no one else can do for us. Oh, if you knew this God. Oh, if you would submit your life to this God. He is good. And He is glorious. So I pray that the Lord has shined His face on you, and that because of that, that's what we are to the world. That's what you are to your neighbors and to your friends, is a testament not to how much you've accomplished or how good you are, all the things you feel like you've gotten right, but that you are a testament, that we are a testament to how good and gracious God is. Thank you guys for joining me again. I love you guys. I'll see you next week.